Hola, aquí Margaret y ya, and welcome to Explaining La Más Draga 3. We're on episode 6, La Más Legendaria. This is my series where I explain the Mexican drag competition, La Más Draga. I'm here to explain it all, so get comfortable because this was such a fun episode. The episode starts with the ending of previous episode, and we know that Winter and YOVSKA are eliminated and they go to the drag altar to say goodbye to the queens. And then we start with this new episode where Johnny Carmona enters the workroom and introduces the theme for this week, that is Mexican tales, mythical creatures, folk tales, urban legends, because Mexico is so rich with a lot of histories, and to me this was one of my favorite themes because there's a lot and also it's a very scary theme and I love that. Then unfortunately Pepiteo are not in this episode, but we go to this week's coach, Quecho, that is an actor and a drama writer. He does like a lot of theater. He's been there since the first season actually. He's really hot. And he is there for like to help the girls because apparently in this episode they sort of have to tell the tale on the runway. They sort of always do that, but I don't know why they implemented that in this episode. But Quecho is sort of like there to help them out, to like find a way to present the tale. And we find out like from all the girls what they are doing. Apparently there are gonna be a lot of chupacabras. And there was a lot of fun because Madison was like telling us the story. Apparently she was not telling what she was gonna do, so the girls don't find out. And then after the help from Quecho, we go to the workroom where they talk to each other, they have like this conversation and they talk about relationships. The main ones were Raga, that she was saying that she was in a very toxic relationship and she was trying to kill herself because of that. And we find more about Misa's life. She was trying to say about how like the toxic relationship that she was having with her Pax ex-boyfriend. But the thing is that the other girls were joking about it because Misa is sort of like that girl and interrupts everyone when they're having like a emotional parts. So they were doing the same to her, which I think it was fun because even though we went to know more about Mista, it's what you get when you're that kind of girl. So after the workroom, we go straight to the runway where Calita Diaz introduces the judges that we know, Yari, Johnny, and Letal, and the special guest of this episode that is very controversial, Bárbara de Regil. Bárbara is an actress that was in a lot of controversy recently in this year because she was saying a lot of fatphobic commentaries because she does like Pilates and she is very fitness, and she was saying some things on Instagram. She also said very racist things. So she was cancelled this year, and when she was announced as a judge, there was a lot of controversy on Twitter and social media. She's not liked in Mexico anymore, but actually she sort of was really fun on this episode and really fun, and in my opinion served the best judge from this season, which is very upsetting. But that's the things we are. She was sweet, I'll give her that. So we go to the runway, and as you know, in this part we have special guests. So let's go to that part. Okay, so now we have a very special guest, perfect for this episode. Directly from Boulet Brothers Dragula season 3, the Mexican queen, YOVSKA. Hi.
Oh my god, hi. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here with you.
Thank you so much for being here. I think this is like the perfect theme for you. Like, have you been watching the La Más Draga?
Oh my god, yes. I am such a fan. Like, it's just been so like great to kind of see like because I'm learning a lot too now though too, because like I left Mexico when I was so small.
Yeah.
But now watching this, I get to be like, oh yes, this and this and this and this and the story behind this. and
I
you know
love
all the
that.
kind of iconography that I kind of missed out on. So that's been really exciting.
Yeah, that's sort of like the purpose of this show. So
You know, that's been so good.
So we're here to discuss the looks from the drag performers of La Más Draga 3, episode 6. The theme is like Mexican tales, mythical creatures, urban creatures. It's sort of like a dark, spooky theme.
I know, I love that. That was so. I'm so sad that YOVSKA, is that how I pronounce it? YOVSKA?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, that they weren't for this episode because like I know they would have like done something so creepy.
I know, but we're here to discuss the remaining queens in the competition. I think we should start right off with the first one, that is Rudy Reyes as El Nahual. The Nahual is a mythical creature from the pre-Hispanic part of Mexico. So it's supposed to be like a witch, like a brujo that,
I love that.
That turns into like sort of like a dog. Sort of like a werewolf situation.
I love that.
Yeah,
no, this was a really interesting look. At first I thought she was a chupacabra as well. Because I know a lot of people did chupacabra. But yeah, no, okay, that gives me a little bit more context. I wasn't sure exactly, but now I know. So thank you for educating me on that.
Yes, I'm gonna say that I'm not like 100% familiar with all of the stories. I did try to do like a little research on each one, but if I'm wrong on something, don't hate me.
Yeah, you know, it kind of reminds me of like have you heard of like the Skinwalker?
I don't know.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of that story. Like it's like I guess more like a North American, like you know, United States, Canada sort of thing from like indigenous cultures. So it's interesting to see something similar in Mexico as well.
Yeah, it's funny how like most of the stories and tales repeat in each culture. What do you thought about the look itself, like the performance?
I really like when they came out. I guess with it was kind of like like the Panther. Kind of moment, and then it was into the reveal, so I thought that was interesting. I like their performance that they had along with it, and that like the chicken, like was a chicken rhinestone as well. That was really funny.
Yeah, that is actually like the headpiece from the first episode, because she did the rooster of La Loteria.
Oh, okay, yeah, that was so funny. I'm like, yeah, that looks a little familiar. Like, I think I've seen chicken before.
I think it's funny how most of the girls use things that they already presented to tell the story.
Yeah, no, I like that. That's a great way to reuse like outfits and things like, because we spend so much time making props and like outfits. Why not reuse them? So totally. I didn't really clock it right away, so that's good. I think that was a smart use of it for sure. I kind of almost like the pre-reveal outfit a little bit more than the post-reveal actually.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. The first, like the big head and everything was very spectacular.
Yeah, I think that's why I just like I liked it with the headpiece a bit more.
Yes, I have to agree.
But really cool. I like the idea as well.
The next one is Madison Basri, and they did the first chupacabras. There were 3 chupacabras, and she was the first one. Now, I have to sort of explain. So, as probably everybody knows, the chupacabras is like this kind of monster that they will go like to chase the goats and eat them at the night and whatever. And they also did like a reference to a past Mexican president, that is Salinas de Gortari, that during like his government, there were like a lot of issues, a lot of...
Oh, is that what the flag at the beginning, and they had the PR?
Yeah. Pretty. That's like the one of the conservative parties of Mexico.
Yeah, that seemed kind of. I wasn't sure about it. I'm like, yeah, okay, now I get to. That's really smart.
Yeah, and the thing that during the government of this president, since there were like a lot of bad things happening, the tale of the chupacabras was going around a lot during like some of the states in Mexico, sort of like to distract from what was happening in the government, so the people will be like more interested in the story of the chupacabras more than the political climate in Mexico. It's very interesting to like how she took this historic part of Mexico and turned it into like this monster.
Oh my god, okay, I think that's so smart. I mean, I already really love the look. I think I was telling you last night, I was like, hey, I really like this look. Oh my goodness. Because I wasn't actually expecting that from her. I thought it would be like, I think she was the one that actually went the hardest with like the horror kind of theme, and I was like really surprised. And like in a really good way. Like I really love this outfit, and just hearing now like that other element of like a kind of metaphor on top just makes it even better. So that's so good.
It was so smart, and I think from everyone it was like the scariest and the most
Yeah.
like the most monstrous from everyone because sort of everyone did like
Yeah, like whimsical, right?
whimsical, yeah.
Like fantasy whimsical. I mean, I don't know if I don't think the judges were asking for something specifically scary, right? But I
I
mean,
don't
just
think,
personally,
but
I liked it because it was scary.
I mean, when you tell like this sort of tales, you expect like horror and this kind of thing. So I love that she went all in on the scary part. I do think like the body part was a little not matching the like the headpiece and everything. Like maybe with
Yeah,
the
I mean, there was a
textures.
little bit where, like, it could have been a little, I guess, more wrapped up. I mean, but who am I to say that, right? After those, some of those looks I pulled on TV, but I'm a
But
different person now, I swear. But
yes.
yeah, you know what? Yeah, for sure, I agree a bit on that as well. Over that though, like I think it was just such an amazing look. I really love the concept.
And the next one is Miss Raga Diamante, and I don't remember the exact name of like this creature,
Yeah,
but
didn't she say El White Chivo or something? What was that her?
has el chivo, el chivo, una cosa así, something like that, yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
And this creature is part of from where she lives in Yucatan. And the tale
Oh.
says that a brujo, a wizard, was in love with a girl that was like the goat keeper. So in a way to like be closer to her, she made like a pact with the devil to turn into a goat, but like everything went wrong, and instead of like turning into like a whole goat, he turned into a half goat, half man. So the tale says that each night he tries like find the girl that she was in love with.
I really liked it though. I liked the headpiece at first. I guess like afterwards, like when she took the headpiece off, it wasn't like I guess like my favorite, but it was still good. Like I mean everyone did so well. I think everyone put so much effort into their outfits.
It's sort of like the same with Rudy, where the first look before the reveal, it was really awesome and very like huge and spectacular. And the reveal was kind of weird because I think I guess she was trying to like do the wizard itself, but
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was
I guess like after she took the headpiece off, it wasn't as I guess looked
spectacular.
as much as like a folktale as much afterwards.
But I think it was like safe look.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
And the next one is Luna Lanzman as the Chupacabras. Again, the second Chupacabras of
Oh,
the.
this was a chupacabra as well.
Yes, it was supposed to be
Okay,
the
yeah, I didn't.
Chupacabras.
I wasn't too sure. I mean, I like the outfit, I guess, as an outfit, but I don't know if I really saw chupacabra as much.
Yeah, I think okay, so Luna's more like a whimsical kind of queen, like she's more fun. So I think she was taking like the more whimsical route. I don't think
Yeah, I
it
mean, it
really
was like a more like
was.
I guess humanoid take on the chupacabra.
Yeah.
And
Well,
who was she holding a picture of on the
oh, Miss Taboo.
Mr. Boo? Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
why?
I don't know, maybe she was trying to be like fun.
Oh my god, that was funny.
Yeah, but just because
Yeah,
it
I mean, it
doesn't
was a good look, but to me it didn't really translate, I guess, as much as like I guess what they were asking for this
this
thing.
challenge, yeah. Maybe for like a werewolf outfit.
Yeah, something like a.
The next we have Memorady as the Chupacabras again.
Okay, I've been saying it wrong this whole time. Memorady?
Yes, Memorady. How you been saying
Okay.
it?
Yeah, no, this one was a really fun one as well, and it was kind of like a nice take as well, like kind of like humanoid chupacabra, but it's like a gay,
Ye-
homo chupacabra. That was really fun.
Yeah, he was sort of taking like the president route, like the political route too. The same
Oh,
where Mason did.
interesting. I mean, yeah, that's really interesting that they like two of them took the political route with it.
Yes, because like one of the most iconic things from that president it was like the mustache.
Oh, so he
So
kind of did like the president with the chupacabra. See, I didn't know this, so I didn't have that context, but now I can appreciate the outfit of even more.
yes, because I think that president was called since all of these things happened with the chupacabras, he was called like the chupacabras of the presidents because
Oh my God.
he sort of like sucked the soul of blood of Mexico's people.
Oh my goodness.
So I think that was a very smart route too. I'm not sure about the look itself. I think the idea was better than the execution.
Yeah, I mean, like I still like the thing. I think I preferred Madison's Chupacabra in that sense. I
Yeah.
think I guess in that case it was a little more successful with how it translated, but it was still a really good concept, you know.
It was,
Especially like when you're getting close to the wire, like it's so competitive. So like any little thing you add or you don't add, can really like I guess change it for you.
yeah, it needed more like texture, like to look more disgusting, I think.
Yeah, I think it could have been a little more creature, but you know, yeah, I agree with you on that.
The idea was good. I'll give it to that. The next one is Ibiza Liosa as a Mexican witch. So I was reading some things about Mexican witches, and most of the tales of these witches were like these women that were supposed to like go at night and eat babies, and then they would turn to animals to like hide from the people. And I think this Ibiza did that with being a witch first and eating the baby, and then turning into an owl.
Oh, okay, kind of la lechuza, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like she could have gone in a little more bird because I guess like that could have been even like cooler to go in that route a bit more and less human for this one. Because I was waiting to see if anyone did La Lechuza, so I didn't catch it right away that she was kind of going for that theme.
I will say that like the thing she said in the microphone was very powerful, because
Yeah.
she was saying how women that were intelligent achieve power and will be called a lot witches and brujas just because they were like empowered women, and they will also be like in the modern days being called putas. And to me it was really powerful.
Yeah, I think that's a really great message
Yeah.
for sure.
And I think the message sort of was better than the look because
Yeah, I think it could have been even more amplified if she had like I guess like I know the judges were saying it was a bit simple, so yeah, I guess like
yeah, more like creatures features, because
I mean I'm saying creature because I love creatures, so
but let's be real, it was like a bodysuit with some wings.
yeah, I would have liked to see like more lechusa, more like owl, you know, because have you seen that case with like the police officer that like you know he was driving that case and then like a witch came down onto his car or something like that and he passed out.
Oh,
Like it was on, and it was on the news like all over the place. Yeah, like I don't know what year it was, but like some police officer said like he was like driving at night, and then all of a sudden he saw like a floating figure, and this is like all like back to those cases of all the floating humanoids in Mexico, like people seeing floating, you know, like
yeah.
dark figures. So yeah, he said he saw a floating figure just standing there with like red eyes, and it looked like a witch, and then she started attacking his car, and he passed out.
Actually, there's a lot of tales about that, how in the roads people will see things that were too scary. I would like to see some of that.
You would like to see some of that?
No, not in real life, in this challenge.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh my goodness.
No, not in real life, not at all.
Be careful what you ask for.
No, never. I would die. I get scared so easily.
Oh my god, that's so funny. Honestly, I'm a huge scaredy cat as well, but I still watch all that shit. Like every day, I'll be like listening, like, podcasts with mysterious disappearances and people seeing things in the woods, and you know, I can't sleep at night. But I'm like, oh, it was worth it though.
I do like to know the like the tales and the stories, but I'm not gonna be like watching them.
Yeah, I don't think I want to go in person and see anything. So
the next one is.
Oh, this one I was actually already familiar with.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it going around in the internet doing its rounds about like you know, like the mannequin outside like the bridal store, but it's like so real, or people say it moves or something, right?
Yes. La Pascualita, I found it. The next one is Regina Bronx as La Pascualita. And just to give like the context, it's a story about a woman that had like a wedding dress store, and one day her daughter was gonna get married, but on her wedding day she died because of a black widow's bite. So
oh my gosh.
The tale says that because the woman was so obsessed with her daughter getting married, she would turn into like a mannequin and put her like on the front of her store and put like new wedding dresses every day. So she will like get married every day. So like a lot of people were were very interested with this story because it was like the mannequin was so real and so like realistic. This tale sort of began in Chihuahua.
Do you know if that store is still standing or is it like gone by now?
I'm not sure. I know it's very popular. Like
Yeah, because I mean
days.
it would have to have a lot of buzz by now, right? After the whole, so I've seen it in the internet doing its rounds and stuff. So that's really interesting.
I think right now people say that if you wear the dress that the mannequin is wearing, you will get married. Like if you buy the dress.
Oh,
that
interesting.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. That's good that she's like a good like good luck, kind of good omen sort of thing.
Yeah, she's trying to that. So
I think this was one of my favorite ones for sure, just because I was very familiar with the story, so I was already like, oh yes, I know that one.
the way that she did it was really fun. She was speaking on the microphone and she was sort of doing like comedy, but being like mysterious. I really love this look and the way she did like the Black Widow on her head to like sort of
yeah, okay.
represent.
See, now I get that connection with that as well. And I like that they were carrying her in and like carried her out. That was really funny.
That was so fun.
Oh my gosh, that's
it was
so funny.
one of my favorites, 100%.
Yeah, I really love that one.
And she looked gorgeous, like doing like a...
Yeah, it's actually interesting. She went like a really like beautiful route, but it made sense with what she was doing. So
and she did look gorgeous, but the way she was selling it with her eyes it was still kind of scary, you know?
Yeah,
Because
it
she
was like it was a little uncanny, right? Uncanny Valley.
And last but not least, we have actually the spooky queen of this season, the witch itself, Mr. Boo.
Oh my gosh, I love me some Mr. Boo. I'm definitely a fan of Mr. Boo for sure.
You're Team Mr.
Yeah, I'm definitely Team Mista as well. Like I have a few favorites, but yeah, I've definitely been Team Mista since episode 1 for sure.
Yes, she's so good.
I really love her personality. She seems really fun.
And the thing is, like, she says that she's the witch and she's la bruja. So for this episode, she was Mexican bruja too, like sort of like the same route as Ibiza, but
yeah, I definitely see that. I did see more witch in this one for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But it's funny. I think I've seen some of her past looks were a little more scary than this one.
Yes. There was definitely a lot of pressure for her in this episode.
Yeah.
I don't want to say she didn't deliver because it was still a big...
Yeah, it was still really good. I think it was just a thing like, I guess the judges were expecting more because, she's the scariest, so she should be the scariest in this one. But, I think Mr. Boo maybe was going in it kind of like, well, I already know how to do this and I'm doing my performance. But I think maybe what they wanted her to do was like do something even scarier than what she usually does, maybe.
It was like a safe look to me. Like the hands were really fun and the way she had.
Yeah, I like the hands for sure. Oh, the rope.
The rope, yeah, because witches were hanged and it definitely had a lot of conceptualization.
I still like the outfit, but yeah, for sure. I think a lot of people were hoping to see something a little more scary, but I'm still team Mr. Boo. She's so awesome.
Yeah, definitely Team Mista. Okay, so now that we've seen each girl...
Also, can we talk about that little scene in like the episode where she was trying to tell her story about like what happened and they all kept adding to it?
Yeah, and we at the end we didn't know what happened.
Yeah, I still don't know what happened. I wanted to know what happened.
I want to know too. Mista, please tell us what happened.
Oh my god, justice for Mista.
Justice for Mista. Now that we have to choose your favorite and your least favorite, la más y las menos.
Oh, for this week, I would have to say Madison. I think that she was definitely the scariest. And when I thought Chupacabra, I think that's exactly the kind of direction that I was thinking of.
Yes.
So I think hers was my favorite for sure.
I would have to pick Regina Bronx because even though like Madison was scarier, I don't know, like Regina was selling everything to me.
Yeah, I mean that's a really good choice as well for sure. I'm just a little biased.
Yes. Who will you choose for las menos?
Oh my gosh. I feel like that judge last night where she was like, "Oh, I don't know if I want to say."
Yeah.
I don't know. That's really tricky because I think there was like a few that I wasn't too big on for sure. Definitely like I enjoyed like Madison, I enjoyed Mista's, I enjoyed Memos, Regina's as well, and then like the other half I wasn't like too crazy about, I think.
Right.
So it wasn't just like one specifically that I was like, no, this is my least favorite. I think, there was half that I really enjoyed, and the other half like I wasn't too big on.
Right.
I think I definitely agree with like the judges' decision this week, like 100%, like the way they ranked it, like who was in the bottom, who was in the top.
Yeah, I have to agree.
It definitely made sense.
Well, thank you so much, YOVSKA, for being
thank you so much,
here.
Margaret.
It was so fun to like.
Wait, I'm saying it wrong. It's Margaret y ya.
Margaret y ya.
I love it.
A lot of people who speak English think it's like a gag on Margarita, but it's Margaret y ya.
Okay, I love it. Also, what about this look? I love it. It's like a fluffy, like fire kind of like dog creature.
To be honest, I was trying to go like for like a YOVSKA kind of vibe,
Okay, I can definitely see it. I love it.
But I'm not as like scary, and I still made it like a little kawaii because that's who I am.
You know what? I totally get that. I don't like being scary all the time either. I think a lot of people think that I'm always trying to go for scary. Sometimes I just want to look kind of cute, or silly. So I can totally like 100% vibe with that.
And you did it perfectly. I'm literally obsessed with all of your looks.
Oh my god, stop.
Such a fan.
Oh my god, thank you, icon.
Thank you. Before we go, do you want to say something? Like, do you want to promote something?
I mean, if you guys want to check me out on Instagram, if you don't know who I am, definitely check me out on Instagram, YOVSKA.
YOVSKA? I've been saying it right? Like, YOVSKA?
Yeah, YOVSKA.
YOVSKA.
I know, it's a weird name for sure.
But it's a good name.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's my did you know it's my birth name?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
It was a name that my mom picked out.
Oh, that's fun. YOVSKA.
Yeah, I know it's not like a Mexican name, but I think there's like a long story behind it where my grandmother gave my mom like a list of names to choose from because they didn't want to let my mom name me because like my mom was like really young when she had me, so they're like, well, we think you're gonna give him a dumb name, so here's like a list of names we prefer you to choose out of, kind of thing. I don't know the whole story, but yeah.
It's a very good name.
Oh, thank you.
Very distinctive.
Oh, I love that. Thanks so much.
So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. I am a big fan of the show for sure, and it's been really great to kind of like meet and connect with all these like Mexican performers because I think Mexico does like some of the most amazing drag. Like if you're Mexican and you do drag, I already know it's good.
Period. Thank you so much. And I hope we meet soon. Come to Mexico.
I know, that would be amazing.
Well, see you soon and goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you, YOVSKA. Thank you, Margaret from the past. So the results after the judges think are in Madison Basri being the winner of this episode, and the bottom three being Ibiza, Luna, and Rudy, with Luna and Rudy doing the lip sync challenge, El Reto de Doblaje, and it was the best lip sync from this season. It was really fun. It was a really good song. The girls were doing it. The girls were selling it. The girls were doing the most, and unfortunately, we have to say goodbye to Luna. She was really good, and she was really good with her elimination. We'll miss you. Luna is such a fun person, and maybe we didn't saw that in this season, but I'm very sure she will do very good on her career. I love you, Luna, and I hope we see more of you, the Unicorn Queen. So she goes to the drag altar, and we say goodbye to her. Bye. And thank you so much for watching this episode of Explaining La Más Draga. If you want to tip me, you can do it at paypal.me/MargaretYa. Thank you so much for everyone who has given me tips. I really appreciate that. You have no idea, this is a lot of work. So all these tips really meant a lot to me. I'll see you next week with another episode of La Más Draga. And recuerden que valen 1000 y ya. Besis.